and GI Joe,
There's a
and
lot
other
of stuff
stuff.
coming in.
But I feel like I'm taking a little more serious tone as opposed to like the normal effervescent, let's talk about toys thing, just because I think first and foremost, I don't normally like to platform things of this nature, but a week ago, couple weeks ago, there's a post that popped up on Reddit with someone who claimed to have inside knowledge as to the
Yeah.
inner workings of Super 7 and you and your position specifically and whatnot. And I don't like to read things or comment about things that, that normally pop up about that, but I felt I wanted to talk to you about it directly so that we can kind of address that and really put it in the light of what it actually is, right? I don't know if I set you up or like
No,
bombarded you with that out right
no.
here out of the go, but I felt we needed to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how things get pick up or people get excited about certain posts, but yeah, that one seemed to, I don't know, for lack of a better description, strike a nerve with people because all of a sudden people started calling the store over the weekend, going like, oh my God, what's going on?" And then I
Wow.
started getting texts where people are like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" So, needless to say, I did read the Reddit post. Once again, everyone, if you haven't learned this from being an adult, please do not believe what you read on the internet. And
Hmm.
if you want to believe it, then fact check it. There's nothing actually, I think, other than the fact that we technically, yes, that we have taken investment. I don't think there's anything else in the entire post that's factually correct. And at first I was like, oh, it's clearly an April Fool's troll.
Yeah.
No one clearly thought that it was, but it's just, I think it's just the internet being silly. But at one point he takes claim for like breaking the news that we're not making toy accurate turtles. And it was like, I think the internet's been talking about that for a year as we've been slowly transitioning through that with Viacom. I mean, we've talked about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
Nobody broke that news.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just silly and then full of a whole bunch of other people commenting of like confirmation bias of like, I don't like reaction figures or I don't like ultimates. Therefore, this must be true. And everybody's seeing it my way now. And it's like, it's the same thing. Like, and in a week, it'll be vaporware replaced by another
Yeah.
thread. I don't know. The whole thing is humorously silly
Hmm.
and kind of just like I I don't understand how people can read something like that and believe it's true. But then again, I can see people do the same thing in politics all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, did you actually think about it at all? So, anyways, the point being is no, no, and no. And yeah, like if anything, it's the exact opposite of his very post. Like, product is doing better than it ever has been. The stuff for 2025 is bonkers. We're working on 2026 planning right now. Like there's so much cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
And and yeah, and I'm all in the weeds of all sorts of stuff. So as far as
Yeah.
I look, I'd love to take the vacation, but it's not happening. And I'd love to check, but it's not happening.
Yeah, so something beyond just the typical spring break at this
It's
time of year.
surprising how that one sort of gained traction, but I don't know. I just us talking about it just means that that person is going to go, "Ooh, I should do another one. What can I lie
Yeah.
about this week?" And
Yeah.
make it. But the whole thing's silly.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I generally read stuff if I do read it and move past it and just be like, okay, whatever. But since as you said, it's weirdly caught some strange steam by I would say probably a small group of people out on the internet. But I do appreciate the clarity on that, just for those who may not be wrapped up in, posting told you so type of comments, but maybe had some genuine concern because they're not sure what to believe because of
Yeah, I
things
got a
like
few of
this.
those messages, where people were genuinely concerned. And it's like
Mhm.
you, you don't even have to worry about it. But
Yeah.
let's start a new one. We'll start a new one right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll say that's
Let's see. let's start a new one. I was about to say, but then you get into specifics about, um, I don't know. Super 7 is starting a line of life-size fiberglass.
That, it's funny
And
because
that's where we're moving. We're moving only into statues and life-size fiberglass. That is a whole new business venture for
I,
us.
I was gonna say I was gonna say life-sized get along gang fiberglass figures are coming our way, right?
I have it with good authority from my anonymous sources that I can never respond to you back again with that Super 7 will be making life-size transformers. So they'll be 30 feet tall,
Yeah.
and they'll be available next year. They're
So
already working on them overseas.
yes. So
It's gonna
let's
happen
let's get
100%.
it out there. Let's get it out
Yep.
there, and you're bringing back the ghost of Orson Welles to voice Unicron, right?
Actually, no, there is only one Unicron voice.
Yeah.
There is.
Well, well,